And Tom, I don't know if I need to ask you for like a specific price target on NVIDIA at this point, but that was the market leadership until this summer when it broke down. What do we need from it at this point?
Well, I mean, NVIDIA is still at the center of the entire transformation that's coming with AI, and NVIDIA continues to be one of the leading companies. So, from a long-term investor perspective, I think anyone should look at NVIDIA's congestion and consolidation as opportunities to add if they don't have exposure. And then I think for anyone else, it's just a time to be patient because, of course, stocks don't just go straight up.
We'll go. There are a couple stocks, however, moving higher. NVIDIA is up about 3%. Yes, almost 3%. The company hosting a 3-day summit in Washington starting today. It's up 25% over the past month. That move has pushed its market cap back up above $3 trillion and passed Microsoft into second place behind.
In the fast-paced world of stock trading, a storm is brewing that's capturing the attention of investors around the globe. Amidst a landscape of ever-evolving market dynamics, a host of Wall Street's top analysts have adjusted their focus and recalibrated their strategies, amplifying the buzz around prominent names like NVIDIA Corporation, Monday.com, and SentinelOne. This wave of analyst revisions, peppered with both upgrades and downgrades, is sending ripples through the financial community. As markets respond to these shifts, investor sentiment is being tested and challenged, compelling both seasoned brokers and novice traders to sit up and take notice. These developments may appear as mere fluctuations on the surface, but beneath lies the thrilling potential of substantial gains or the sobering risk of loss. But what does all this noise and chatter truly mean for discerning investors? Hang tight as we delve into the intriguing narratives shaping the stock market's horizon, exploring what drives these companies forward and why they are catching the analytical spotlight. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
I think NVIDIA is undervalued.
What?
Undervalued.
On what basis?
Because the future is much bigger. NVIDIA is just one example.
Right.
Okay? What about the total, Gen AI future? What is the value of the future? Is this a bubble today or not? Okay? Some critics, the most negative guy says, this AGI, ASI, in 10 years, maybe only 5% is actually useful or, replacing people's job, but 95% still the same, no change. It takes time. So I say, okay, let's accept the most negative critics' view. That is only 5% change, 95% unchanged, but what is that, ASI investment required to take? Okay, 10,000 smarter than mankind. How many gigawatts? We were talking about gigawatts just before me.
Yeah.
I have predicted it would take 400 gigawatts of AI data centers power. 400 gigawatts. That's bigger than total US electricity. And it will require 200 million chip. Okay? The cumulative capex, $9 trillion. $9 trillion. How do you recoup? How do you recoup? It's too much investment for many people's view. I say it's still very reasonable capex. $9 trillion is not too big.
Stepping into the vibrant stock market ecosystem, one can't ignore NVIDIA's commanding position. Recently, Redburn Atlantic's analyst, Tim Schulze-Melander, pegged NVIDIA with a buy rating, setting a lofty target of $178 per share. As of Monday, NVIDIA closed at a promising $145.26, illustrating a clear upward trajectory as market experts foresee potential growth. This bullish sentiment is echoed by Mizuho's analyst, Vijay Rakesh, who also increased NVIDIA's price target from $140 to $165, underscoring a profound belief in the tech giant's capacity for innovation and expansion. Perhaps the secret sauce behind NVIDIA's remarkable appeal is its cutting-edge advancements in AI technologies, akin to discovering a unicorn amidst a herd of horses. Their trailblazing innovations are not just reshaping the tech landscape, but are also setting new benchmarks for competitors, sparking a rally of investor interest globally. Meanwhile, Monday.com is riding its own wave of optimism in the technological sector. Needham analyst Scott Berg recently elevated its price target from $300 to $350, with shares closing at an impressive $275.21. Such bullish sentiments are hardly surprising given Monday.com's robust platform, which is redefining work management in today's hybrid professional landscapes. The intuitive design and seamless integration of their platform allow users unprecedented control over workflow, turning traditionally mundane tasks into efficient, streamlined operations. Investors joke that with Monday.com, even your workloads find a way of being productive on a Monday morning. This level of innovation and user engagement ensures Monday.com's standing in the market, appealing to businesses looking to modernize their operational processes. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with NVIDIA's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
You like to think big.
Yeah. So let me say, what is $9 trillion cumulative? But if the 5% of GDP in 10 years from today replaced by ASI, what is the number?
Right.
5% of global GDP is $9 trillion. $9 trillion per year. If the ASI produce you $9 trillion per year, cumulative investment of $9 trillion, small money.
All right.
Small money. You recoup in 1 year for the total cumulative. So that means $9 trillion capex investment you can depreciate. 1 year revenue, that means like 50% profit. 50% profit. It is going to be $4 trillion net income per year. $4 trillion net income shared by new GAFA. 4 companies will take $1 trillion profit.
And you want to be one of them?
Of course.
Shifting gears to SentinelOne, we observed Deutsche Bank's Brad Zelnick boosting its target from 25 to 32 and dramatically shifting its status from hold to buy. SentinelOne shares recently closed at $27.18, reflecting a promising alignment with its enhanced cybersecurity offerings. As the digital world continues to grow exponentially, the need for fortified online security becomes as critical as saving for retirement. Businesses worldwide are recognizing this urgency, turning towards companies like SentinelOne that offer robust solutions to counteract increasing cyber threats. Their proactive approach to cybersecurity stands as a formidable shield, offering comprehensive protection in an age where data breaches could mean severe financial and reputational losses. This sentiment resonates well with investors seeking companies poised for exciting expansions, securing SentinelOne's position as a key player in the cybersecurity arena. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Yeah, we're not going to get NVIDIA for a little bit, Stacy, but, every so often you hear, and I'm sure you do it more than I do, there's, a small company over here that's developing a next-generation chip that's going to ultimately disintermediate or push NVIDIA to the side. I mean, how long is their dominance, do you think, going to last?
Well, I mean, there's always somebody in the wings. This is an enormous market, right? The idea that there's not going to be others trying to take a piece of that pie is ridiculous. Of course they are. Now, that being said, like NVIDIA's built up their position in silicon and hardware and software and systems and ecosystem over 10 or 20 years, right? And they've put those moats into place. And so anybody that is trying to get in there, and I'm not talking that people can't get little bits. Clearly, AMD and others are getting little bits, but to be like material in that market, you've got to like penetrate those moats, and it's a very, very difficult thing to do. And especially for a startup, I mean, when you just look at the amount of money that NVIDIA has to invest in these things versus smaller, very small companies, It's tough. It's very, very tough. So at this point, I'm not terribly worried about some like young upstart coming in and taking a massive amount of NVIDIA. So I'm not even really that worried about larger companies, larger competitors going in and trying to take a. Doesn't seem to be impacting them very much right now.
In an ever volatile market landscape, the key to success lies in navigating opportunities with a keen strategic eye and a willingness to adapt to ever-changing conditions. Stocks like NVIDIA, Monday.com, and SentinelOne stand not only as a testament to the promise and potential of technology's future, but also as potential treasure troves for investors ready to dive in. Current forecasts for these stocks suggest a positive growth curve, prompting analysts and enthusiasts alike to eye these investments with cautious optimism. NVIDIA, for instance, strives to enhance its market stronghold through relentless innovation and competition-shaping creations, while Monday.com continues to capitalize on the digital transformation wave sweeping across industries. As you ponder your next move in this dynamic chess game of investing, one might ask, what's your view on these compelling opportunities? Your next strategic play could very well set the stage for a prosperous portfolio, ready to ascend to new heights. Feel free to share your thoughts and engage with fellow investors as these stock stories continue to unfold. By staying informed and maintaining an agile mindset, you can harness these promising opportunities, potentially transforming speculation into substantial success.